Sometimes you just wind up in a situation where you find yourself completely lost and confused. And then you go ahead and you start over just to see if they'll actually let you get away with it. So we're actually getting away with it now, and that's good. This is a novel one. This is a new one. They got upset at me because I was using the clip from the Eagles, Journey of the Sorcerer, as my hold music. I guess I'll just have to record something on my own. That's okay. That's all right. We don't care. We're fine here. We're all fine. How are you? We're fine. Amy, if anybody yelps, I'm back on, so it should work. This is apparently our technical mishap for the day. You know, it's not a Troubadork show without something going sideways technologically. That's okay. Like I said, I'm going to do a bunch of songs. I'm going to do a couple of songs that I have done before, and one song that I haven't done. One song I've done a few times. One song I've done very rarely. Two songs I've done very rarely, and one song I have never done on this show. So we're just going to round it out. We're going to have ourselves a good little time here. Oh, I don't even know anymore, folks. We made it to Thursday. There is a severe thunderstorm warning for my area in an undisclosed location in San Antonio, Texas, until 10:30 tonight. Now, we had thunderstorms last night, too, and we were lucky. Thanks to Amy's knowledge of topography and weather patterns, we managed to dodge almost all of the ugliness. We got wet. That was it. So that's pretty cool. All right, let's see. What was I going to do again? Yes. Let's do our first one here. Now, this is something I was babbling about earlier. I was attempting to use a capo because this song plays 3 chords, D, A, and E, which on the ukulele it's a bit of a leap back and forth. And then right up here. And I thought, well, if I just put a capo on it, I could play capo, mechanical finger. I could just play, but the capo's so big, my hand gets in the way of my hand, so it really makes no sense to use it. At least not that capo. So we'll do it the hard way and see how it goes. Wench, the way I always do. How was I to know she fought for the Alliance too? I was grinding in Pandaria. Took a little risk. Send clerics, orcs, and mana. Horde leader, get me out of this. An innocent bystander got caught up in their quest. Now I'm being chased by these maniacs, so get me out of this mess. Get me out of this mess. I'm hiding by my hearthstone. All my dots are in the bin. Send clerics, orcs, and mana. Those stupid side quests done me in. Send clerics, orcs, and mana. What a great idea. PvP. Yeah, and now I'm dead. Send clerics, orcs, and men. I respawned and I'm dead again. What are you, camping? Send clerics, orcs, and mana. Dead again. I'm not surprised. Send clerics, orcs, and mana. Leroy! Send clerics, orcs, and mana. Good game. I'm logging off and I'm going to go play Homescapes because nobody kills me in Homescape. Homescapes? I can say Homescapes, maybe, on a good day if I try really hard. Alright, we're actually on, we've done a song, yay! You know, Kay, I actually wrote this one, way back in the day. I actually played the original World of Warcraft, long before the internet connectivity thing was a thing, and you literally played either the Horde or the Alliance, and you had a certain number of games you could play, and then you had to start over. And then there was World of Warcraft, where everybody got online and started beating the crap out of each other. And I think I may have mentioned this. By the way, hi Teppo, I know insomnia sucks, but thanks for hanging out with me during that process. Although I did not play World of Warcraft, I hung out in a couple of chat rooms and mucks, and apparently someone on one of the development teams for Blizzard hung out with me because there's the character I played on in one of the mucks. His name is Rune, R-O-O-N, big shaggy lion guy. And there is a Rune Wildmane out there in somewhere in the World of Warcraft handing out quests. So there we go. A little tiny bit of internet immortality right there. I don't mind that at all. We take our immortality where we can. So long as we're giving some people a good story, I really don't mind at all. Let's go do that other song I intend to do. I am officially an NPC. Yeah! I matter! I facilitate! I expedite! I send people off somewhere. I did ask them if they were watching to make at least one question, just go get me a sandwich. And just see what happens. Because, you know, sandwiches are good. Next song is Platypus Postman. Yes, Kay, I'm going to do that one again. Because it's fun. It's just this lovely little... Well, here. Some people have not seen it, so I have to show them the inspiration for the song. And there that is. See that right there? That cartoon right over here. No, other way. I have to point the wrong hand. Here. This webcomic inspired Platypus Postman. And I don't know, I was just kind of channeling early Grateful Dead, you know, early Jerry Garcia. Because it's kind of a trippy concept, and I don't mind the trippy concept at all. And it just kind of works off well. Platypus Postman, Platypus Postman. Neither rain nor snow nor sleet nor hail can make the Platypus Postman fail. Even in a flood he's still not stuck, 'cause the Platypus Postman swims like a duck. Platypus chase him or leave a mark, 'cause the hounds are too darn confused to bark. Platypus Postman, Platypus Postman. In the coldest rain they won't demur, they're protected by their thick coarse fur. Of talking about the Platypus Postman. Platypus Postman. Believe in the Platypus Postman. He's got my mail. Platypus Postman. I honestly wonder how it is that I can get away with these things. I see! Teppo found my character, Rune Wildmane, yes. I honestly, I don't have to make this stuff up because it's just that surreal as it stands. And yeah, Rick, I am looking at other capos. There's a couple where it's just literally just a stick, a rubberized stick with an elastic, and I may have to go that route, but I was fairly happy with how Clerics, Orcs, and Mana sounded there. I might still play around with it a little bit, but they're both fun songs, and Platypus Postman is one of those little serene, the internet writes my songs kind of songs. And speaking of the internet writing my songs, quick transition over here. I want to talk about this one for a moment, because this song I actually wrote inspired by a conversation on Amok way back in the day. Way back in the ancient era of 2016. Remember that, those days, guys? Ah, memories. When you could just go outside and do stuff. Yep. This one was inspired by my friend Claire, who may or may not ever see any of these. But if you know who Claire is, if you hung out on Mux during the 90s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s, you might just know a little bit about who Claire is. We are all Claire. This was inspired by a conversation, and this was when I was just beginning to really mess around with the ukulele. And this is probably the first complete song where I actually wrote a bunch of verses or made them up as I went, once I had a chord structure down. And I recorded this little tiny clip, which I put on my YouTube channel under the Idiot with the Ukulele playlist. And we'll see how this goes. Oh, by the way, Kay, tell your mom thank you. This hat has a career behind it. This hat has history behind it. We're probably going to do something about the star because the star is looking kind of bedraggled. Now, I personally think the bedraggledness is appropriate for Tobias the Adequate, but there is some discussion about whether or not we want to replace that with something a little more directly Tobias-y. This is exactly the way I got this hat. I think the brim was a little stiffer once, but the big floppy hat with the feathers is the thing. Also, it's amazing how often one finds oneself needing to rhyme the word dome. Geodesic dome, it's my geodesic dome. The only place where I can call home is my geodesic dome. Geodesic dome, it's my... Wait, let's slow that down. That's a little fast, isn't it? It is fast. And you know something? I've literally not played this song for years, so let's do a little song. There we go. It's a mellow song. We're not speed playing this. Much better. Geodesic dome, it's my geodesic dome. The only place where I can call home is my geodesic dome. Geodesic dome, it's my geodesic dome. Made out of nifty extruded foam, it's my geodesic dome. I got a domicile made of hexagonal tiles. My moat's filled with crocodiles, but don't worry, they're inflatable. Geodesic dome, it's my geodesic dome. The song might just get sung by Joey Fatone. It's my geodesic dome. I'm not counting on that though. Geodesic dome, dome, geodesic dome, geodesic dome, geodesic. Kinda hard to do harmony when I'm all alone. It's my geodesic dome, and it messes with the strumming too. Geodesic dome, it's my geodesic dome. Without music, this would just be a poem. It's my geodesic dome. Yeah, John is saying he's hearing no sound. Yeah, Facebook is kind of dumb sometimes. How to recommend this? How to fix this? Yeah, let's just say that if all else fails, he'll be able to hear this later. But he try disconnecting and going back on. Because no, I don't want to. I don't want to end the live video. Stop that. Go. Continue. Carry on. Carry on. My wayward son. Yeah. Facebook is being weird. So we will see what we have and what we do here. And I'm also getting messages that I am. Oh my gosh, it's the internet. It's full of contact and information and input, and I'm confused now. And that's okay. It's, we have these kind of weird little days. Let's talk about the next song I'm going to do, which is the last song in the sequence this time around. I was going to do Somebody Is Wrong on the Internet instead of Geodesic Dome, and I just felt like Geodesic Dome kind of needed to get aired out. There you are. And don't... yeah, headphones died. I see. Yeah, John had a headphones issue. And the first rule of troubleshooting is start right here and work your way out, but it happens. That's cool. I'm glad it's audible, and of course it'll all be audible when I put it up on Facebook and YouTube and all that other garbage. So that'll be fun. Let me see. I want to do this one next, which I have messed around with a bit. And one of the things I love about this song is the first time I heard it at the Great Christmas Fair of Charles Dickens, Victorian London, as sung by the singing group with a drinking problem, Hard Times. Da-da! That's actually part of the band's name. Hard Times, da-da. And, sir... we will, there's some weirdness. The internet is weird, and live streaming is weird. There's a 15-second hang time on Facebook, 15 to 30 seconds, and that's nothing we can do about it, literally. Other streaming platforms have less lag. Facebook, it's just built in, probably so it can do clever things like mute my audio when I play a copyrighted song as my background music. Weirdly enough, Girl from Ipanema doesn't get muted. I don't know. I'll have to come up with something. But anyway, about the song BOOZIN. Yeah. This, it's a great carousing song. It's actually got a great chorus to it. And if I had more confidence in it at the time that we did the Big McLarge Huge show, this would probably go in there. But I also had to kind of do a little bit of rewriting here and there to make it as close to period neutral as possible, because I want to be able to sing this song at fairs and festivals. And it's really a Victorian music hall song. But I cheat hard. Yeah, a band I follow has a podcast called Hard Times and Weirdness. Kind of the story of our lives, isn't it? Now... oh. Hydration. Hail, hydrate. Today's hydration is lemon lime fizzy sparkling mineral water. Because I'm trying to cut back on the sodas. It's not that they make me excitable, it's just that I want to cut back on the sodas a little bit. Now, what are the joys of a single young man? Why, boozin', bloody well boozin'. And what does he doin' whenever he can? Why, boozin', bloody well boozin'. You may think I'm wrong and you may think I'm right. I don't want to argue. I know you can fight. Not in the face. But what do you think we'll be doing tonight? Why, boozin', bloody well boozin'. Hey! Boozin', boozin', just you and I. Boozin', boozin', when we are dry. Well, some do it openly, some on the sly, but we all love bloody well boozin'. Now what do's the joys of the laborin' man? Why, boozin', bloody well boozin'. And what is he doin' whenever he can? Why, boozin', bloody well boozin'. He goes out a jobbin', he makes many a call, comes home every night, and he gives his wife all his money, his love, his attention, his affection, some other things. If he's still feeling energetic, it's probably a good idea to stock up on oysters. But what brings him home hanging onto the wall? Why, boozin', bloody well boozin'. Ah, boozin', boozin', just you and I. Boozin', boozin', when we are dry. Some do it openly, some on the sly, but we all love bloody well boozin'. And what does the Temperance Union abhor? Why, boozin', bloody well boozin'. And what does the Temperance Union deplore? Why, boozin', bloody well boozin'. They stand on street corners, they rail and they shout about things they know nothing about. But what do they do when the lights have gone out? Why, boozin', bloody well boozin'. Aye, aye, boozin', boozin', just you and I. Boozin', boozin', when we are dry. I'm a tenor. Some do it openly, some on the sly, but we all love bloody well boozin'. Whee! Well, folks, here we are. The live counter tells me that we're about 6 or 7 minutes short, and that's because we had a technical fooble wherein, because I was playing copyrighted music as my pre-show music, they decided that they were going to mute me entirely. Well, whatever. Folks, once again, this is the 42nd Troubadork show, the non-commute show here in lovely Casa del Adequacy, the house known as Odoroki, which is a story behind it, and if you ask me nicely, I will tell you what that story is one day. We keep doing it until they tell us to stop, and then we'll do it slightly different, because I enjoy doing this. I enjoy doing this a great deal. Y'all are making my life bearable. It's a nice thing. And I hope I'm helping to make your lives bearable as well, because we're all dealing with this in whatever manner that we can. So let's do the thing. Of course, we have the tip jars at paypal.me and ko-fi.com. It's The Adequate on both cases. I'm also The Adequate on Instagram, The Adequate on Twitter. I am not The Adequate on YouTube, but we'll get to that in a moment. I am, however, The Adequate on patreon.com. And I'd like to thank BK and Kaylee and Relly and Richard and Brian and John and Alicia and Lorene, my small yet mighty Patreon family. Kind of an odd family, but y'all chose me, so, I mean, it's on you. For supporting adequacy in our lifetime. It's very simple. If you want to support me, pitching like, $1 a month, so that's $12 a year. You've spent more money on weirder things, I'm almost certain. Especially if you're a peer group that's been watching me for the last 40-something shows. I will use it to do things like buy a actual camera. I don't have an actual camera right now. I'm using my cell phone, which is still pretty good. And like work on things like video equipment and music lessons and talent and stuff like that. You will also see previews of new songs and other nerdity that I put up, like the how many times has he played this song list that's actually on as a Patreon patron person thing. And we'll just keep on going as we go. All right, the recording stuff is at soundcloud.com/Matthew-Laguerre. Old shows are archived at facebook.com/TobiasTheAdequate, and also at little tiny print over here, youtube.com/MPLEGARE. In the Troubadork playlist, which I will probably update with this week's shows tomorrow, because it's Friday, and I don't do a show on Friday, because Friday is when we go out into the world. Carefully. God. What is a ninja, and what do they do? It's boogin', bloody well boogin'. Go to your room. You're in your room. Who are we kidding? Let's talk about Carpe Diem Comics, which is, of course, the official emotional support comic shop of Tobias the Adequate Podcast, the Troubadork Show, and anything else we come up with. You can find them in McKinney, Texas, or online at carpediemcomicsonline.square.site. Do support your local comic shops, your local gaming shops, your local craft stores, because without you, they don't exist. They don't have big corporations backing them up. Even if you can just, stop in once a month and just chuck down some cash for a gift card or a gift certificate, so that is a gift to your future self. John, how can you see where I am? Sorcery is a warlock. True story. When I was doing my magic act at the California Fairs, there's a group of comic villains known as the Puritans, who are marvelous human beings to work with. And at one point, some of them just kind of wandered up to me and just started piling sticks at my feet. I'm looking down and like, may I help you? It's like, no, we're just fine. Carry on. Bump the bump, the bump, the bump, the bump. He's a warlock. You can tell by the hat. Thank you, John. They never actually set me on fire because they asked me if I had a flint and tinder, and I told them no, and they walked away despondent. Meanwhile, folks, here we are. It's gonna get weirder. It's gonna get weirder in so many ways before it starts to level out and become some semblance of normality. And I hope y'all are taking care of yourselves and taking care of each other, because that's what we got to do. Yes, you can tell. Man wears a hat like this. He ain't afraid of anything. Except possibly hawks. I don't wear this near the falconry show. There's a reason for that. Ponder that for a little bit, gang. But we'll do this again on Monday. I will try and have some more songs and some more stories and some more weirdness, and we'll just see how it all ticks along. That will be... Yeah, I think that is actually going to be the first day of June, and we will see what we come up with here. I will need to do some going out into the world things, but I should be able to come back in time to do this here with y'all, because y'all are really nifty, and I appreciate the heck out of you. Without you here, what I do has even less justification. And so we come to the close of another one of these wonderful things we call the Troubadork Show. We transition over to this card here, which is good because I can finally scratch my nose. Oh, and Teppo, I am not afraid of my wife because she's usually on my side, which is really, when you get down to it, that's kind of your goals for a relationship. To find someone who's not as likely to beat the snot out of you if you do something dumb. Y'all take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. Talk to you later.